What's up, everyone? All right, well, here we are Thursday morning. We're coming to the end of the week and things are cold. Now, we had the bad CPI numbers yesterday, so overall market sold off, popped back up, and then this morning back to the lows. I tried to take a couple trades today. I actually traded 8 different stocks, but I'm red, $1,300. So I was green on 3 and red on 5. And so anyways, it's a small red day. I will recap it. We'll go over each of the trades on those 8 stocks. Today wasn't as bad as yesterday in some ways, although yesterday we actually had, a couple of momentum stocks, but I just wasn't able to trade them well, which I talked about during yesterday's recap. Sort of a liquidity issue, light volume, big spreads, just couldn't get orders filled. That problem did continue a little bit today, but mostly the issue today was just lack of follow through. Stocks would pop up and then fade, they weren't holding up, and we didn't have anything that was obvious. And lacking anything obvious, the best decision was to walk away. So I did not hit my max loss. I did have 3 consecutive losers at one point, and at that point I was down about $2,100. I kept trading because it was quite early, and I thought that I know my max loss is set at 3,000 right now. So I thought, all right, if I take a 4th trade and I lose 1,000 on it, I'm going to be max loss. I'm going to be cut off for the day, and that's that. But the next trade actually ended up being a green trade, and I rallied back up. So at my worst, I was down 2,200. At my best, I was down only 600. So today, actually, I was down only 400. So today, really, I never went green. It was a slow, choppy day, and a little bit bummed out. But at the same time, trying to keep perspective that red days happen, and it's better to keep them small. It's better to walk away early and not fight it. This isn't the market to try to fight to make back $1,300. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm sitting at over $11 million gross profit, and I'm down $3,000 right now off my all-time highs between yesterday and today. So perspective is really important here. There is no sense in getting bent out of shape to try to fight back to make, that $2,000 or $3,000, whatever it is. Just wait for the market to, support the strategy that I have traded so well. And that's the plan. So those of you guys who want to learn more about bear market strategies, there'll be some links right down in the description you can check out. I did a class on the bear market strategy that I'm using right now a couple weeks ago, which you could watch the replay of if you want to. The approach is definitely a little bit different. I'm not trading the same as I was a year ago or 2 years ago. Rightfully so. 2 years ago, the market was very different from the way it is today. But at the same time, for a beginner trader, this is a really good market to be practicing in because it requires a lot more discipline. When the market's super hot, you can get a little complacent and you can kind of get away with it. And unfortunately, that's going to catch up to you when the market gets cold. So you have a lot of people that did well during the hot market and then they blow up during the cold market because they're not able to adapt. Traders who learn during a cold market, then you're set up really well to scale when the market picks back up. So I encourage you to keep practicing, keep studying. This is a great opportunity to gain experience, and I'll be back at it tomorrow. We'll finish the week Friday during the summer, July, low expectations. If I get a couple trades and I make a little money, that's great. If I go red again, the loss will be small because I'm going to manage my risk. So that's the game plan, and I hope you enjoy the recap. We'll go over each of the 8 trades or 8 stocks I trade today. And as always, reminder, trading is risky. My results are not typical, and there's no guarantee you'll find success. So take it slow. All right, enjoy the recap, and I'll see you first thing tomorrow morning. So I'm going to finish the day here at minus 1,300. So, another small red day, relatively speaking. Biggest winner, 1,200 on CLNN. Biggest loser, 2,100 on SISI. And then a bunch of in between. Kind of the same as yesterday. Yesterday I traded 8 stocks. Today I'm at 8 as well. But today I'm green on 3 and red on 5. Yesterday I was 4 and 4. So a little bit worse today, but in any case, not really all that different because $25 is whatever. 93 is very small. So this continues to be a market where I'm looking for opportunities, looking for quick trades, and today the first trade was on SISI, And this one was kind of annoying. I jumped in it first on this candle right here, early morning where we had some news. I jumped in at 45 for the breakthrough 50. We hit a high of 54 and then dropped right back down to 37. And I lost 500 on it, on that trade. All right, so then, 10 minutes later, 20 minutes later, it comes back up again. And on this one, I got in at 69 right here, thinking first 1 minute candle to make a new high, a move back over 70. And I got a little stubborn on it. I was like, you know what, this is so stupid. I'm not gonna stop out right here. I'm gonna give it a chance. I gave it a chance. It comes back up to 69 here. And I was like, all right, go through the high already. But I stopped out on this red candle. So, and on that one, I took 10,000 shares, which is the max position that I can take right now. And I lost like 15 cents from 69 to 52. So I didn't do a really good job managing my risk on that one or keeping the stop tight, and ended up being down $2,188 on the day. That was my lowest of the day. I then rallied up with trades on CLNN, which is moving back up now, but is under the 200 moving average, and I think that's going to be a problem. The 200's at like 409. I traded it on this candle here to anticipate the breakthrough highs, and we did get a nice 30-cent break. So I made 1,200 on that. Not bad. EVGO, we got a trade on this one, on this algo news spike, but good thing I was quick because it did not hold up at all. It's back down to the lows. And QRTEB, I made 450 on it. Just small trades, didn't really trust it, so just took like 1,000 shares and bought, sold, did that a couple times. So a couple small trades on that one. Stern, this one had news. STRN had some news this morning on that spike. Lost 25 bucks on it. Cut the loss quick. iLag, jumped in on this thinking maybe we were going to curl. Cut the loss quick. Good thing because it sold off. GOEV, tried to take a trade on this right at around 4 for the break of 410, the flat top. Stopped out $240. And then Viru, kind of stupid. Took a trade on this at 1650, thinking daily continuation. Really not the right setup. I mean, this isn't the right market to try to take that setup. And it flushed so hard, I was down 1,200, or 1,100. So if I hadn't taken that trade, I'd be probably, more or less break even on the day. Still red, but more or less break even. But unfortunately, that's the trade that kind of, has made it concrete that I'm going to be in the red today. Yeah, but again, at the same time, I had a good day on Monday. I had a good day on Tuesday, and I'm still green on the week. So these are small red days. Those of you guys who have traded with me for a while, you've seen how I've had some, huge red days in the past. So this is like nothing. I mean, this is almost irrelevant, from turning, if we looked at my sort of P&L in the account, and this is exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to keep my risk super, super dialed in right now because I don't want to dig myself a big hole. I won't be able to quickly recover it. So, I'll say, as always, my results are not typical. There's no guarantee you'll find success. But, I'm sitting at $11.3 million in gross profit. So, when I have losses like, today I'm down $1,300. Yesterday I was down $1,700. So off of $11.3 million of profit, I'm down, $3,000 off the high right now. That's like not even a percent. It's like not even 1/10%. You know what I mean? Like that's, let's see, 10% would be 1.1 million. 1% would be 100,000. 1/10% would be 10,000. So, it's 1/10%. I mean, it's like, it just, and that's helpful for me to kind of put it into context that it's not worth caring. It's not worth trying to fight back to finish today green, because today is not the type of day that I'm going to make a lot of money in this market. or in general. This market is not as, it's just a cold day, and that's fine. Cold days happen. The worst thing you can do is get fixated on finishing the day green when the market's really cold and it's just not worth fighting for it. So this is a day where it's much better just to get out of the water. It's way too choppy, and come back, tomorrow or the next day. And, on something like QRTEB, these are stocks that, potentially, had I traded this one better yesterday, I could have had a really nice win on it. But this is very difficult. I mean, 4 halts up on extremely light volume, these are not easy. There's not enough liquidity to get in and get out. So, I did lose on this one yesterday, made back a little bit on it today. But, we're in a lull, and I'd like to be able to have, green days even when we're in a lull. And generally speaking, I'm green on the month and green on the week. So, a couple of red days scattered here and there. That's nothing surprising, nothing unusual. Just want to keep the losses really small. That way, one trade tomorrow, like one trade on a CLNN, boom, makes back today's loss like that. A couple good trades and I'm up $5,000 or $7,000 or $8,000 on the day, and I'm, back to all-time highs in my account. So my goal is to try to keep the account kind of as close to all-time highs as I can. I don't want to allow myself to have, $100,000 drawdown. Like, this would be too difficult a market to make that back. So I'm happy with, the fact that these are small red days and I'm stopping when the writing's on the wall. I'm not hitting my max loss. I'm not really getting that aggressive. I'm just kind of like, whatever, try again tomorrow. So that's the game plan. Just going to throw in the towel here, try again tomorrow. We didn't have an obvious gapper this morning. Going into the open, I was down 500, added another $1,100 in losses on Viru, and then made back half of it on QRTEB. And now it's coming up to 10 a.m. No obvious gappers, nothing clean in the first 30 minutes. I could sit here all day long, but I don't really want to. So I'm going to shut it down and call it a day. And the days that I'm more likely to put in longer hours is when the market's hot and I'm getting paid for that time. Sitting here to try to make back $1,300, that's silly. It's not worth it. All right, so that's it for me. It's 10 a.m. and I'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning, and hopefully we have a better day tomorrow than we had yesterday or today. But it is Friday. It's the summer, so expectations low for tomorrow. If you took the day off tomorrow, I wouldn't blame you. I'll show up. I'll see if there's anything good, but my expectations are low, and I will be using appropriate share size based on those expectations. Okay, I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. Bye, everyone. I hope you really enjoyed that video, and make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Our goal is to hit 1 million subscribers this year, but we won't get there without your help. So please, please, please hit that subscribe button.